Welcome back to another Evolution Inspires podcast. And today I am joined by Divya Jha, Senior Engineering Manager from FanDuel.
Hey, Shana, how are you?
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, we had three questions
Mm-hmm.
that you've come to the table with today to
Yeah.
kind of talk us through your journey to get to where you are as a leader in technology.
Yep.
So the first question, what's the one piece of career advice you wish someone had given you when you were starting out?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yes, I think when I was starting out, one piece of advice that I wish someone would have given me is take full ownership and accountability of the task at hand, right? Whatever it is. Don't be afraid to ask questions around it and, try to involve all sorts of people on the journey and ask the right questions. Don't assume a lot of things. Don't assume that other people are doing parts of it and remain under that assumption for a long time. That happens a lot when you don't take accountability of what we are doing. So I think it's very important to always invest in yourself in the journey as well, right? One thing that I've learned is very recently is that I've started taking out some time for myself to educate myself. And in the process, I've learned a lot. It needn't be just about your job and how to do it better, but invest on yourself and also have an individual development plan catered to yourself, right? Sometimes we think that career progression is all about getting that next role, but often, so we know that it's not only about getting that next role, right? It could be parallel, it could be a lateral move that you want to make. And having that charted out in your head on a piece of paper, spending some time to do that for yourself would really enable you to, achieve what you really want. So, yeah, I think those are the two pieces of career advice I wish someone would have given me right in the beginning. That
You
would have
know what?
helped.
That is literally music to my ears. It's something that I'm always advising people when I'm
Yeah.
doing my job. And when I'm doing my job, my best is to map out your journey
Yes.
for over a course of years. And then when
Yes.
you're finding your next job, it's
Hmm.
about sometimes it's moving parallel to go forward.
Yes.
Um, and sometimes it's like, really, really making sure things are ticking the boxes and
Absolutely.
measuring kind of the successes of those. So
Yeah.
I love that. Really, really love that. I feel
Yeah.
like I agree with that as well. It's awesome. Thank you. So
No
the
worries.
second question, Divya,
Yep.
for you is, can you share a pivotal moment in your career journey that made a significant impact?
Yeah, I think it really ties down to understanding what I really wanted. I was stuck in a day in and day out job, which I really loved in the beginning. But you reach at a certain time in your career where uh, I think there is a term where we actually say that there are phases of your career, right? Like if I'm framing it right, I've read an article about it where they say
Mhm.
that in a phase of a career where you're growing and learning, it's you're in that journey, and then there is a pivot towards when you've grown and you know what you're doing pretty much,
Yeah.
right? Day in and day out, and that's when you know that this is your exit criteria to find another career or another role for yourself, which you will have that cyclic thing starting again, where you once you land that, you will grow again, and then you will hone, and then you will grow out of it. So I think the pivotal move in my career was when a few years back, when I landed with FanDuel, when I actually found this role as a manager engineer. Back then, I had not had a lot of experiences in managing squads or teams before. I was a BA slash lead in where I was before.
Yeah.
um, After I've landed this role, it was full on journey for me, because I was handed over a team of 3 devs, and it was a legacy platform, which with a huge amount of backlog to work throughout the year. And so in this journey, I had to start from scratch, set up my own new teams, divide them into squads, layer down processes, and do everything from the scratch. So
Mm.
it was an amazing pivotal moment for me because I had not done this before, and I was in that growing phase, where I was learning every day and learning new things every day. And now I'm at a phase where I think I'm evolved, and I know how to do a lot of things which I wouldn't have. Also, the taboo around owning a legacy application was there before I joined, and when I
Yeah.
moved in, when I stood up my team, and when the way I did things, having a tech strategy panned out for my teams with an evolution journey, which would then turn it around from it being a legacy application to what the business wants right now, was a pivotal moment for me as well, because now we're no longer legacy, because we've targeted all the tech debts, and we've worked
Wow.
through it, chipped through the backlog, and now we are an evolved and matured team as its own, with a team size of 20 people and 2 manager engineers and all of that working with me. So yeah, this is
Wow.
interesting.
That is a serious pivotal moment. Good woman. Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
But again, I can definitely relate to a lot of what you said there. And to many people going through their journeys, like that is such a good insight. So thanks so much,
Mhm.
Divya. And the
Yeah.
third and final question. How do you approach challenges and setbacks in your professional life? And what's your go-to strategy for overcoming them?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very good question as well. I think I think they're different. I think it is driven by personality. I feel this
Yeah.
one, like how well in your life as a whole, personally and professionally, how many challenges have you faced? Do you have the grit in you to, stand to it? And I think one thing that my personality trait is that I don't give up very easily, but that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't come normally with a lot of people. So I
Mm-hmm.
think identifying your strengths and weaknesses is really key to you, right? For some people, it could be that you have to work on your grit. Grit comes very naturally to me because I really like, even if it's a small admin task or an admin tool that I have to figure out, I will not give up till I've figured it out. Or
Brilliant.
so that comes naturally to me. So I hone that. So knowing those are my strengths, I play by my strengths. So
Yeah.
if I get a critical feedback, or if I have a setback, I don't give up easily. I know that
Yeah.
that is my strength. I will stand back. I will involve the right kind of people. I'm not afraid of getting critical feedback. And
Yeah.
a lot of times, and I know that over the years, I think with experience, I have analyzed that some critical feedback I really need to work towards, and some I don't really have to, take into account. There are all sorts of feedback. So I identify, analyze, I prioritized the most critical feedback that comes
Yeah.
across my way, to channelize my energy and fix those,
Mhm.
and overcome those, right? Yeah, I mean, in professional life, I have faced a lot of times where I had to manage very difficult stakeholders, be it product, be it directors and steercos, above me. So yeah, I think I always feel at the end of it, it's really enriched me as a professional, woman working in this industry, because I learn every time there's a challenge, and I gain something positive out of it. So I having that mindset really helps you, because you know that you don't just, it's not putting you back, but it's putting you forward in your professional career, that you're learning something, you're getting out of it. But I think what is really important, to have that grit, I think. Yeah.